A guy became famous not because of his debuts, but because he resembled a famous rapper, Juice WRLD, who met him during his tour in Australia. After gaining a bigger fan base, Kid Laroi was introduced by Juice WRLD to sign with Lil Bibby's Grade A Productions in partnership with Columbia Records. Suddenly, he became famous in the rap world. But it's not all good. Some people like him and his music, but many don't like him. How did this dislike start? Is it really the Kid Laroi's fault? Or is there something bigger behind it? So, watch the video till the end as we uncover all the truths in this video. Laroi grew up in Australia and started performing his music when he was just 14 years old. In March 2019, Laroi held a meet and greet at a store in Darlinghurst for StreetX, a streetwear brand. Local fans lined up to meet him, and he even performed with Triple One. The same year, Laroi signed a partnership deal with Lil Bibby's record label, Grade A Productions, and Columbia Records. Laroi was mentored by Juice WRLD, a famous American rapper. He traveled with Juice WRLD on his tours in Australia, and even lived with him in Los Angeles to learn about recording music in the studio. He also performed at the Rolling Loud festivals in Miami and New York. Signing with Grade A meant being surrounded by successful people, which helped him learn and grow quickly in the music scene. His two biggest songs are Without Me, certified triple platinum, and Stay featuring Justin Bieber, which is certified 11 times platinum and was ranked 14th on Billboard's list of summer songs. However, with rapid success and fame came a lot of hate, especially from mainstream rap communities and Juice WRLD fans. Laroi hit a major milestone with his song Let Her Go. This track was accompanied by a video from Lyrical Lemonade, a popular platform for showcasing music videos. Interestingly, the song came out shortly before Juice WRLD's sad death. Grade A's move appeared to show they wanted Laroi and Juice WRLD to be big names in rap. Later, some critics said Grade A was too quick to replace Juice WRLD with Laroi. It's easy to see why people were surprised. Many loved Juice WRLD as one of the best rappers ever. For his label to move on so fast after he died might seem disrespectful to his memory. However, it's essential to note that Grade A's actions aren't only responsible for the criticism Laroi faces. They certainly played a role, but there are other factors at play too. Shortly after Juice's tragic death on December 8, 2019, Laroi dropped a song called Diva on January 31, 2020, with American rapper Lil Tecca. They also released a music video directed by Cole Bennett from Lyrical Lemonade on February 1st. At that point, Laroi hadn't garnered much negativity, but the controversy surrounding Grade A's handling of Juice WRLD's legacy would soon cast a shadow over Laroi's burgeoning career. Laroi was steadily building a strong fan base, but the negativity towards him started around 6 months after Juice WRLD's passing. Grade A, Juice's label, released the album Legends Never Die, which included a track called Hate the Other Side, featuring Laroi. At first glance, it might not seem like a problem, but Laroi was added to the song after Juice's death. This move appeared to be a marketing strategy to boost Laroi's visibility and benefit Grade A even more. Adding artists to songs posthumously raises ethical questions. Some people feel it's best to respect the artist's original work and not change it to promote someone else. However, it's a complex issue, especially since Juice WRLD isn't here to voice his opinion. But in an interview, Laroi explained about Juice WRLD's death. This seems like he really loved him and was inspired by him.
So I'm sitting down, and Juice was sitting across from me. It's like me and you are right now. G-Money was sitting right there. I remember, I didn't really know, like, what the fuck I could do to help. So we were all just sitting there panicking. Everybody's like, what the fuck? And at first, we just thought he was having a seizure. And then the blood started coming out of his mouth and his nose. And then,
But Grade A's choice to include Laroi in the song caused controversy. Fans said they were using Juice's legacy for money. Laroi released his own project soon after, Legends Never Die, which upset fans. Despite criticism, Laroi kept making music. Lil Bibby, once again, used Legends Never Die fame to promote Laroi's project. He wanted 50,000 streams on Laroi's album to release more Juice WRLD content. Juice's fans didn't like this marketing strategy and started disliking Laroi because of it. Juice's fans felt like Juice was being forgotten and replaced by his label. This feeling got stronger after a few months, which damaged Laroi's reputation among the fans. The release of Reminds Me of You was a big moment that sparked another intense dislike towards the Kid Laroi from Juice WRLD fans. Laroi's involvement in the song came after Juice's passing, which upset many fans. They felt Laroi was riding on Juice's success without earning it himself. To make matters worse, Grade A dropped Reminds Me of You on the anniversary of Juice's death, which made them look like they were exploiting Juice's legacy to boost Laroi's career. And many hate comments were surrounded on social media. One person said, "Kinda sad they're milking him for money. I love the songs, but they're just trying to get as much money as possible." And another user said something about the label, as, "It's the label, they disappoint me. They ducking up the music, they ain't give a shush, just for the money." Then there's the controversy surrounding Laroi's cover of Lean With Me as part of Spotify singles. This move further angered Juice WRLD fans, who saw it as Laroi trying to profit off Juice's fame posthumously. However, Laroi likely made the cover as a tribute to his friend, Juice WRLD, rather than with malicious intent. Despite this, Laroi eventually removed the cover from Spotify due to the backlash it received. It's unclear if it was Laroi's or Grade A's fault, but if we look closer, we can figure it out. As a label, Grade A naturally wanted to make smart decisions to ensure their long-term success. However, their actions unintentionally painted Laroi negatively within the rap community. A Reddit discussion sheds light on this, with users noting that while using Juice's death to promote Laroi's music might benefit the label financially, it's morally questionable and disrespectful. One user said, "It's not that they hate Laroi, it's how they're using Juice to boost Laroi. It's disrespectful that they use a Laroi song with a Juice FT on his DOD. Laroi has so much talent, but they need to make him his own artist, not a clone of Juice WRLD." Some users argue that Laroi isn't to blame. After all, it's the label's responsibility to handle promotion. They likely didn't intend any harm. They were likely aiming to boost Laroi's popularity to benefit themselves. Unfortunately, their marketing tactics immediately after Juice's passing caused many of his fans to turn against Laroi. Fans of Juice and others who dislike Laroi have taken their hate to the next level online. There are Reddit pages, Twitter accounts, and even whole websites just for hating on the Kid Laroi. Some people take Grade A's mistakes very seriously, while others' arguments against Laroi are about as deep as you'd expect on the internet. One, clearly a Juice WRLD fan, says, "Laroi lacks a lot of originality. Dude's just a knockoff Juice WRLD with the only difference being that his music sucks." Enough said. I'm a hater towards Laroi, and I don't give a fee. It's interesting how one user accuses Laroi of copying Juice WRLD, even though many rappers talk about Hennessy and girls in their songs. Another person expressed intense hatred towards Laroi, said, "I just hate how the kid sounds." Juice WRLD fans mostly said, "Stop stealing Grammys from actual talented people and get a real job." It's ironic because they criticize Laroi for supposedly stealing Grammys, yet they also belittle being a musician as not a real job. Some people really don't like his music. They'd rather listen to the sound of poop dropping into a toilet over and over than endure his tunes. That's pretty harsh. Now, there's this term people throw around about Laroi called industry plant. It basically means he's like a puppet for big music labels. They say he gets all these cool opportunities, like working with famous artists, but then he doesn't make the most of it with his singing and rapping. People say Laroi is trying to copy Juice, but if Juice WRLD was from Australia and white, they think Laroi should stick to making pop music instead of what he's doing now. Another controversy began when people noticed him copying music videos. It was seen that Laroi was using shots from another big artist's videos. This artist, who makes and directs his own videos, feels upset that big artists are copying his work. While he doesn't directly blame the Kid Laroi, he looked into the director of his video. He doesn't think it's a coincidence and accuses them of stealing shots from Oliver Tree's work. Oliver Tree explained these things himself in a video. He compared his work to Laroi's.
Kid Laroi's new music video copies multiple shots from my videos. As an underground indie artist who writes and directs their own music videos, I am so sick of big artists ripping me off. Now, I know it's not Kid Laroi's fault, so I looked into the director, and it turns out this dude follows me on Instagram. Coincidence? I think not.
We're not sure if Laroi did this on purpose or not, and if he's truly inspired by Juice WRLD or just seeking fame. But regardless, Kid Laroi's collaborations are getting better every day. In March 2023, he landed his first acting role in the movie Y2K. Then, on April 24, 2023, he featured alongside Post Malone in Youngboy Never Broke Again's album. Laroi also performed at Coachella in April 2023. He even recorded a song for the Barbie movie soundtrack. In October, Laroi dropped the single Too Much with Jungkook and Central C. The album The First Time followed in November, hitting number 3 on the area charts and 23 on the Billboard 200. In 2024, Laroi announced a documentary about himself called Kids Are Growing Up, a story about a kid named Laroi. It shows his music struggles, honors Juice WRLD, and shares parts of his personal life, including his mended relationship with his father. The documentary, released on February 29, 2024, runs for 1 hour and 25 minutes. Laroi himself wouldn't be disliked as much by Juice's fans if Grade A hadn't tried to capitalize on Juice's fame to promote him. Do you think Laroi would be less criticized by Juice's fans if Grade A didn't use Juice's fame to help Laroi? Tell us what you think in the comments. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon to know when we post new videos.